In Hollywood, love stories often sparkle under the glare of bright lights, but some go far beyond romance. These rare unions become cultural landmarks, rewriting the narrative of identity, equality, and courage. They don't just inspire, they break barriers and redefine what visibility means. In this video, we'll uncover 10 extraordinary gay couples whose journeys prove that love is never just personal, it can be revolutionary. Thanks to digital archives and cutting-edge AI restoration, we can now relive their rarest moments. Footage, photographs, and intimate interviews that reveal the depth of their stories. This powerful bridge between past and present allows us to feel their triumphs and heartbreaks like never before we step into the first couple's unforgettable journey. Neil Patrick Harris and David Burtka. Our first couple shines as a perfect balance of Hollywood glamour and heartfelt family values. Their journey began in the mid-2000s. Harris already a household name thanks to How I Met Your Mother, and Burtka steadily building his career as both an actor and a chef. What started as a quiet spark soon grew into one of the most admired partnerships in the entertainment world. In 2006, Harris publicly came out as gay, a bold decision that didn't just transform his own life but reshaped how millions viewed representation on television. His honesty resonated worldwide, and Burtka's unwavering presence gave that story its heart. Rather than retreat from the spotlight, they embraced it with grace and authenticity. By 2010, their family blossomed with the arrival of twins Harper and Gideon, born via surrogate. Their step into parenthood wasn't just personal, it was cultural proof that love, devotion, and stability define family far more than traditional molds ever could. 4 years later, in 2014, they sealed their bond in a breathtaking Italian ceremony, with none other than Elton John himself serenading the moment. It was intimate, symbolic, and unforgettable. Today, technology allows us to relive those milestones with stunning clarity. High-resolution digital photography and AI-driven restoration breathe new life into their wedding images, making the joy and emotion feel as fresh as if it happened yesterday. Social media, too, preserves their candid family moments, transforming what once would have been fleeting memories into a living archive that continues to inspire. But beyond the photos and the headlines, Harris and Burtka have become powerful voices for visibility. Through interviews, talk shows, and philanthropy, they've reminded the world that their love is not an anomaly, it's part of the broader human experience. Their ability to blend authenticity with advocacy has set them apart, leaving a legacy that goes far beyond red carpets. Neil Patrick Harris and David Burtka's love story is more than just a celebrity romance. It's a cultural landmark. A story strengthened by family, amplified by technology, and remembered as a beacon of what it means to live openly and love fearlessly. And with that, we move to another couple whose impact was just as profound, though their journey unfolded on a very different path: Elton John and David Furnish. From the quiet intimacy of Harris and Burtka's family life, we step into one of pop culture's most celebrated romances, Elton John and David Furnish. Theirs is not just a love story, but a movement that reshaped laws, inspired acceptance, and rippled across the globe. By the time Elton met Canadian filmmaker David Furnish at a dinner party in 1993, he was already a living legend. Decades of chart-topping hits, dazzling performances, and a life lived under constant public scrutiny. Yet this chance introduction grew into a bond strong enough to withstand fame's unforgiving spotlight. Their partnership unfolded at a time when same-sex marriage was fiercely debated worldwide, making their visibility profoundly symbolic. In 2005, when the United Kingdom legalized civil partnerships, Elton and David stood among the very first to say yes, transforming their commitment into a bold statement of equality. Nearly a decade later, when marriage equality became law, they exchanged vows in a heartfelt ceremony surrounded by loved ones, a union that represented not just personal devotion but the triumph of decades of struggle and activism. Technology ensures that their milestones live on. AI-restored footage of their civil partnership and wedding lets us relive those moments in cinematic detail. Streaming platforms preserve Elton's benefit concerts and advocacy work for new generations, while social media offers glimpses into their family life with their two sons, ordinary joys set against extraordinary fame. But their love extends far beyond their home. Together, they expanded the Elton John AIDS Foundation into one of the world's leading forces in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Digital platforms amplify their mission, turning concerts into campaigns and awareness into millions of dollars in donations. Elton John and David Furnish's legacy is more than a romance. It's living proof that love can change culture, law, and history itself. From a simple dinner in the 90s to a marriage celebrated around the world, their journey continues to inspire. And with that spirit of defiance and devotion in mind, we now turn to another pair whose unapologetic visibility redefined Hollywood's view of same-sex love: Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. From Elton John and David Furnish's trailblazing advocacy, we now turn to another couple who shattered barriers in their own way: Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. Their love story is not just personal, it's political. It redefined how Hollywood and much of the world views same-sex relationships. Ellen, already beloved as a comedian and talk show host, forever changed television in 1997 when she courageously came out during her sitcom Ellen. The moment was nothing short of historic. It ignited nationwide debates, drew both applause and condemnation, and opened a door to a new era of LGBTQ+ visibility on mainstream TV. A decade later, her relationship with actress Portia de Rossi gave that visibility a heartbeat. The two met in the early 2000s, their connection undeniable, their bond growing even stronger under the unforgiving spotlight of fame. In 2008, during the short window when same-sex marriage was legal in California, Ellen and Portia exchanged vows in a private ceremony at their Beverly Hills home. Their wedding photos, splashed across magazines and later shared online, became powerful symbols of love triumphing over prejudice. Technology has since carried their legacy forward. Digitally restored footage of Ellen's groundbreaking coming-out episode streams to new generations, while social media amplifies their voices beyond Hollywood, whether fighting for animal rights or championing humanitarian causes. Even AI-driven platforms like YouTube and Netflix ensure their milestones resurface again and again, keeping their story alive in conversations about equality. At a time when same-sex marriage was still contested, the sight of two successful, admired women openly in love helped normalize equality for millions. Ellen's global talk show made their relationship a daily reminder that their love was both beautifully ordinary and extraordinary. Together, Ellen and Portia stand as living proof that personal courage and public visibility can reshape cultural landscapes. And thanks to the digital age, their story remains not just remembered, but continuously rediscovered, relevant, and inspiring. Next, we turn to yet another Hollywood power couple whose artistry and activism left an indelible mark: Cynthia Nixon and Christine Marinoni. After exploring Ellen and Portia's high-profile romance, we shift to a couple whose love story is woven just as tightly with activism as it is with art. Cynthia Nixon and Christine Marinoni remind us that love can be more than personal. It can be a powerful engine for social change, bridging celebrity influence with grassroots advocacy. Cynthia Nixon first captured global attention as Miranda in Sex and the City, a role that helped redefine conversations around women's independence, identity, and relationships. But behind the spotlight, her real-life love story with education activist Christine Marinoni revealed an even deeper layer of impact. The two first crossed paths in the early 2000s while fighting for stronger public schools in New York City, a cause that became the heartbeat of their shared mission. Their relationship unfolded during a time when same-sex marriage remained a battleground in America. By simply standing together in public, Nixon and Marinoni transformed political arguments into human stories, giving a face and a family to an issue too often treated as abstract. In 2012, when New York finally legalized marriage equality, the couple sealed their bond in the very city where they had long fought for justice. Technology has only amplified their voices. Digitized news archives and online interviews keep Nixon's bold defense of LGBTQ+ rights alive, especially during her run for New York governor. AI-driven transcription tools preserve her speeches across languages, ensuring her words reach new audiences. Meanwhile, Marinoni's grassroots activism, once limited to rallies and community halls, has grown into nationwide campaigns fueled by social media, mobilizing support for education reform and equality far beyond New York. Together, they embody the power of visibility fused with advocacy. Nixon's celebrity spotlight broadened their platform, while Marinoni's organizing kept their message rooted in real communities. Thanks to streaming platforms and digital media, their milestones, whether campaign rallies or tender family moments, continue to inspire those who may never attend a protest in person. Cynthia Nixon and Christine Marinoni prove that love doesn't have to be separate from politics. It can be the very force that drives it. Their union is a living testament to how partnership can fuel not only personal happiness but also public transformation. And with their legacy as a reminder, we now turn to another couple whose relationship united artistry, courage, and activism on a truly global scale. From the powerful story of Cynthia Nixon and Christine Marinoni's activism, we now shift to another groundbreaking couple, one whose love story brought Latin culture and global pop music into the spotlight: Ricky Martin and Yosef. Their journey is more than romance. It's a testament to how living authentically can shatter stereotypes and inspire millions. Ricky Martin, crowned for decades as the king of Latin pop, lived much of his career under relentless speculation about his private life. For years, whispers overshadowed his artistry. But in 2010, he took a bold step, publicly coming out and declaring that authenticity was the only path to happiness and integrity. That moment didn't just liberate him. It empowered fans worldwide who finally saw a reflection of their own truth. Not long after, Ricky met Syrian-Swedish painter Yosef. Their connection was instant, rooted in shared values of creativity, family, and cultural pride. By 2017, they were married, soon welcoming 4 children into their lives. On social media, their family radiates joy, redefining what the personal life of a global pop icon could look like: grounded, vibrant, and unapologetically authentic. Technology has played a crucial role in sharing their story. Through Instagram, Ricky and Juan offer intimate glimpses of everyday life, bypassing tabloid filters to connect directly with fans. Meanwhile, streaming keeps Ricky's music alive for new generations, while AI-driven translations make his Spanish-language interviews accessible across continents. At the same time, Juan's digital art exhibitions break borders, bringing his work to audiences everywhere. Their openness, both personal and professional, mirrors this democratization of culture. Together, Ricky Martin and Yosef remind us that love, creativity, and authenticity know no boundaries. Thanks for watching Exposed Hollywood. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the stories behind the stars. Stay tuned, we'll see you in the next video.